Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that is making headlines and shaping the future of global power, the United States' new $1 trillion defense strategy. That's right, $1 trillion. This isn't just about buying more tanks or jets. It is a fundamental shift in how America plans to defend its interests and maintain its edge in an increasingly complex world. So, what exactly is the strategy? And what does it mean for you, me, and the rest of the globe? Let's break it down. For decades, the Pentagon's focus was heavily on counter-terrorism and conflicts in the Middle East. But the world has changed. The new National Defense Strategy, or NDS, signals a major pivot. The primary focus is now on strategic competition with what the Pentagon calls pacing challenges, specifically China, and acute threats like Russia. This $1 trillion budget is the financial muscle behind that pivot. It's about modernizing the military for a potential high-tech conflict with a peer competitor, something the U.S. hasn't had to seriously plan for since the Cold War. So where is all this money going? A huge chunk is being poured into research and development for next-generation technologies. We're talking about artificial intelligence, hypersonic missiles, quantum computing, and advanced cyber warfare capabilities. The goal is to achieve what military planners call overmatch, having capabilities so advanced that potential adversaries think twice before starting a conflict. For example, a significant investment is going into developing hypersonic glide vehicles, missiles that can travel at over 5 times the speed of sound and maneuver in flight, making them nearly impossible to intercept with current defense systems. Another key area is the modernization of the nuclear triad. This includes the land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. The Columbia-class submarine program, designed to replace the aging Ohio-class subs, is one of the most expensive acquisition programs in Pentagon history. The B-21 Raider, a new stealth bomber, is also a centerpiece of this modernization effort. The thinking here is that a credible and modernized nuclear deterrent is the ultimate backstop against existential threats. It's a controversial topic, for sure, with critics arguing it could fuel a new arms race. But from the Pentagon's perspective, it's a non-negotiable part of national security. The strategy also emphasizes strengthening alliances. The U.S. isn't planning to go it alone. A significant portion of the strategy involves increasing interoperability with allies in NATO and the Indo-Pacific region, like Japan, South Korea, and Australia. This means more joint military exercises, shared intelligence, and co-development of military technology. The AUKUS pact with Australia and the UKA, which involves sharing nuclear submarine technology, is a prime example of this. The idea is to build a network of like-minded nations that can collectively deter aggression and respond to crises. It is about creating a united front that presents a far more formidable challenge than any single nation could on its own. But it's not just about shiny new hardware. There's a huge emphasis on logistics and what the military calls a resilient joint force. Think about it, a high-tech fighter jet is useless if it can't get fuel, munitions, or spare parts in a contested environment. The new strategy focuses on making supply chains more secure and dispersed. Instead of relying on a few large, vulnerable bases, the military is exploring concepts like agile combat employment, where smaller, more nimble units can operate from various locations, making them harder to target. This is a direct lesson learned from observing recent conflicts where logistics proved to be a critical vulnerability. Now, let's talk about space and cyberspace, the new frontiers of warfare. The U.S. Space Force is receiving a budget boost to build a more resilient satellite architecture. Our modern world, from GPS navigation to financial transactions, relies on satellites, and these are seen as prime targets in a future conflict. The plan is to deploy a larger number of smaller, more survivable satellites and develop capabilities to defend them. Similarly, in the cyber domain, the investment is twofold: strengthening the defenses of critical infrastructure at home and developing offensive cyber capabilities to deter or retaliate against attacks. Every part of the modern military is connected to the network, so securing that network is paramount. Of course, a strategy of this magnitude doesn't come without criticism and challenges. A $1 trillion price tag is staggering, especially when set out of pressing domestic needs. Debates are raging in Congress about whether this is the best use of taxpayer money. Some argue that this massive spending could provoke the very conflicts it's meant to deter, locking the world into a dangerous cycle of military escalation. Others question whether the U.S. defense industry can even deliver these advanced systems on time and on budget, given a history of delays and cost overruns on major projects. Another major challenge is people. The military is facing significant recruiting shortfalls. You can have the most advanced technology in the world, but you need skilled, motivated people to operate and maintain it. The strategy acknowledges this, calling for investments in talent management, better pay, and improved quality of life for service members and their families. But turning these recruiting numbers around is a complex problem that money alone can't solve. It's a societal issue that the Pentagon is grappling with daily. So what's the big picture here? The $1 trillion defense strategy is America's high-stakes bet on technological superiority and strong alliances to navigate a more dangerous and competitive world. It is a shift away from the wars of the last 2 decades and a preparation for the potential conflicts of the next. It is about deterring major power conflict by being so overwhelmingly prepared for it that no more rational actor would risk it. The success of this strategy will depend on many factors: technological breakthroughs, diplomatic skill, economic stability, and the ability to attract and retain the nation's best and brightest. It will be a defining element of American policy for years to come, with implications that will ripple across the entire planet. Whether it ultimately leads to a more stable world or a more perilous one is the trillion-dollar question. It's a complex issue with no more easy answers, and it's something we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on right here. Thanks for sticking with me through the deep dive. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of what this massive defense strategy is all about. What are your thoughts? Is this the right move for the U.S.? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. We'll see you in the next one.